Astros win! Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 74 of the regular season. Astros win 13-0 over the Baltimore Orioles. They've won 10 in a row. They are 16-4 in the month of June. They just keep on trucking. Oh my gosh. They just keep winning. I don't know what to say. Which is kind of ironic because this is probably going to be like a 12 or 15 minute video. All right, no further ado. First inning, Astros get 2 outs. And with 2 outs, Yuli singles, Jordan walks, Correa doubles. They both score. It's 2-0. Then Tucker in his return hits a little bloop single. That makes it 3-0. Toro pops out, but it doesn't even matter because he'd have 4 RBIs today. Later on in the game, doesn't matter. Second inning, Astros again with 2 outs. We've seen that before. Altuve singles, Brantley singles, Yuli singles, 4-0. Jordan pops out, but we have scored through 2 innings, 4 runs on 2 outs. Keeps on rolling, man. Fourth inning, Straw with what I will refer to as a single, where he just kind of darts down the line. Maldonado flies out. Doesn't matter. Jose Altuve, the GOAT, a guy who apparently is a home run hitter now. Boom! Gone! Out of Oriole Park. 6-0. He is on a 42 home run pace over a 162 game season. We're talking about Jose Altuve, who's been the best second baseman of the decade last decade. But here's the thing. He was the best second baseman by being a contact hitter. He would just make contact and then run. And now he's hitting bomb after bomb. He hit a bunch of home runs last year in the postseason. He hit 30 in 2019. He would be on pace this year to hit 42. He's already still on pace to shatter his career high. And it just keeps happening. After that, Brantley and Yuli would both make out, but it's okay. It's okay. Both make out. Good Lord. Anyway, 6th inning, Toro grounds out, Straw flies out, Maldonado singles, Altuve walks, Brantley, he comes in with a single because Uncle Mike is a professional hitter, 7-0 Astros. Yuli flies out, doesn't matter, because at that point, the Astros replace, like, the entirety of the offense. They pull everybody. Jordan comes in. Little known fact about Jordan Alvarez, actually, I don't know if you guys know this. He is actually the majority owner of Camden Yards because he hit another home run. That is his 4th or 5th. I think that's his 5th in 5 career games in Camden Yards. That would make it 8-0. He also now has the record for most home runs in the first 150 games as a Houston Astro with 39, because he beat out Moises Alou. Because, why not? Why not do that? Then after that, Correa would double, Tucker would walk, Toro launches one, 11-0 Astros. Straw would walk, Maldonado would fly out, Altuve would pop out, and Castro would ground out. But it does not matter because in the 8th, the Astros would get more runs. Taylor Jones, he pops out, but guess what? It's fine. You know why, Chas McCormick? Boom! 12-0 home run opposite field. Because why not? Then after that, Garcia would single, Tucker would double, Toro would single. That would make it 13-0 Houston. Toro with another 4 RBI game, which ties his career high, and he had never had a 4 RBI game before this winning streak. He hadn't had one. And the Astros do it. They win again. And that was just the offense. If you want to talk about pitching, you want to do that? Because every pitcher was great. Jose Urquidy, 7 innings of work. We'll do pitching lines real quick. Jose Urquidy, 7 innings of work, 3 hits, no runs, 1 solo walk, and 7 strikeouts. He allowed 4 base runners all evening long. Brandon Bielak, he would allow 3 base runners. Guess what? He would load the bases with no outs. And guess what? He didn't care. Doesn't matter. Gets out of it fine. He would pick up a strikeout on his way to clearing the bases and just heading back to the dugout on his little merry way. Then Garza Jr. comes in. 1 inning of work, gives up a hit and a walk. Doesn't matter. He would also throw a shutout inning because the Astros had their 3rd shutout of the year. This one was a combine. And I don't know what to say, which is weird because I've talked for 5 minutes already. And by the way, if it wasn't 13-0 or around there by the time we had pulled Urquidy, he could have kept going because he only had 84 pitches. He could have pitched an 8th. Heck, at the rate he was going, he might have thrown a complete game shutout. He lowers his ERA to 3.32. I'm speechless. Which is weird because I've screamed for this entire video. The Houston Astros just keep on trucking. They don't care, right? They are a train right now, and they don't care, right? 2 games against the Rangers. Doesn't matter. Swept them out of town. Then in comes the best team in baseball comes into town. Chicago White Sox. That's going to be a tough series. No problem. 4-game sweep. Absolutely embarrass them and just completely undress them in front of the league to expose them. Boom, gone. Now a 3-game series against the Orioles. Boom, gone. And you might say, well, Weston, it's the Orioles and it's the Rangers. And I would respond with, I understand that, but it's still baseball. And if we were not the superior team by miles, we'd lose one of those 5 against inferior opponents. They just keep on trucking. Right? I was looking at numbers, right, for this team. I don't know what to say. We're not good. We're not great. We are, right now, the best team in baseball. We're the best team in baseball. If you don't agree with that, we're the best team in the American League, and it isn't a competition. Look at the offense and look at the pitching right now. I don't know what to tell you. We don't have one or... If Framber Valdez can continue pitching the way he has, we'll have a stud pitcher who could potentially be in Cy Young conversations. But if he just goes back to, if he goes around, 2.7, 2.8, he's a star. But beside that, we don't have any other, stud starters. Doesn't matter. Our entire pitching staff, number 1 ERA in the American League. So by runs allowed, we have the best pitching staff. You want to look at offense? We can look at offense. You know what we rank first in? Only the important numbers that matter. Batting average, number 1. So we hit the best of any team. What about on base? Number 1. We get on base. We have the best discipline of any team. Speaking of on base, K percentage. You know who's the lowest? Us. We have the fewest strikeouts among any American League team. And it isn't particularly close. The Astros, they're the most disciplined. And by the way, if you want to keep on going, slugging percentage, we're number 1 again. Obviously, that means we're number 1 in OPS. Because, you can't have the number 1 on base and the number 1 slugging and not have the best there. We also are number 1 in total bases. So you have a team that can hit the best, that's the best disciplined, and that can hit the hardest. We have a 121 team OPS plus. If you have 1 or 2 players on your team that has a 121 OPS plus, that's pretty darn good. That's good. Those are good players. Those are players that you go, oh yeah, we can build around those guys. The entire team averages that. The entire team. Everyone. And there are some stinkers on this team that haven't been good overall that are starting to heat up, like Maldonado. He was horrible to start the season. He had a hit tonight. He had a walk as well. But he's horrible to start the season. He's batting 195 through the first 2 months, and now he's turned it on to where he's raised it to 167, which isn't good or anything. But it's fine. We have 12, if you don't count Alex Degody because he played 2 games, we have 11 hitters on our roster that have a 100 or better, I believe it's 106 or better, OPS plus. You could build an entire team for the Astros, an entire starting lineup, an entire starting 9 of players that are above average. Normal infield, Yuli, Altuve, Correa, Bregman. Castro's catching, Jordan's DHing, and the outfield is Brantley, McCormick, Tucker. All above 100. Most of them by a decent margin. The Astros are going to have a ton of... I am flabbergasted with this team, right? And it's not even like we're good and... Oh, well, they're good, but they've been getting not really. You can look at expected numbers. If anything, we were getting unlucky for a while there. If anything, right now, we're just starting to hit where we should be. We're not getting lucky. This isn't unsustainable baseball. And it's not even like, oh, well, yeah, they are pretty good, but they've been blessed with, a healthy team. We've been injured to heckin' back. Who all have we lost? This is just off of the top of my head, who I could think of. Spring training, Fromber's gone, right? We lose Fromber with the sprained thumb, or the sprained finger. Then we lose Odorizzi, and then Emmanuel, and then Lance McCullers, and then Javier. Bregman we lost twice. Altuve, Jordan, Brantley, Tucker, Yuli. Verlander hasn't been there. Springer left in the offseason. We've lost everyone at one point or another. That's the entirety, except for Correa. The entire infield has been injured at some point this year. Most of the outfield has been injured at some point this year. Massive chunks of the pitching staff have been injured this year. And they just come back like nothing happened. Some of them came back and were better than when they were injured, like Jake Odorizzi, like Framber Valdez, like Christian Javier, like my own Brantley. Brantley's batting over 500 since coming back from his injury. The Astros lost one of their best hitters, their best statistically, if you go by expected numbers. They lost Kyle Tucker, right? They lost him for 8 games. He lost 10 pounds, he said. Like, they lost him for a while there. They were 8-0 without him. And he's one of the best players on their roster. And they lost Bregman in that same time period. And they also were undefeated without him. I don't understand. We just keep winning, right? We're on the train tracks. Start of the season. 7-10, right? We're on the train tracks. We're stuck. We're tied down. The train's coming at us full speed. And the train gets taken off the tracks by our body because I don't know how, but we just keep on trucking. Since the horrific 17-game start, the Astros are 39-18. If you were to continue those numbers, like if you were somehow to win 39-18, like do that every about 60 games, you'd have the best team in baseball history. We're 16-4 in June. And if you look ahead, look at the schedule that's upcoming, right? Look at what we have in the next couple teams. We have the Tigers for 4 games. We could legitimately win 3 of the 4. I wouldn't be shocked if we win all 4. And then we have the Orioles, 3 games at home in Minute Maid. We waterboarded them in Baltimore. We outscored them 26-3 in their home stadium. We could win all 3. There's a legitimate chance. I can see it. I could see a reality where we win 17 in a row. We win 17 in a row. We played the Indians 4 times. I don't know. Who knows? I didn't think we were going to sweep the Sox, and we did that. We dismantled the White Sox. So who knows? Maybe you win some of those games. Maybe you take 3 of the 4 against the Indians. If you just split it, it's fine. It's fine if you just split it. And then you have, after the Indians, you have the A's for 3 games and the Yankees for 3 games. But all of those are in Minute Maid. Can you guys tell I'm happy? Can you guys tell I'm on cloud 9 right now, like with this team? I'm in awe. I don't understand how they're doing this well. Right? And that's not to take shots at them or anything. That's just, I'm just impressed. I'm amazed how they just keep on winning. They just keep on. They're doing it. They're doing it. They are. Tonight, this whole series, we've been getting booed to heck. Doesn't matter. We keep on winning. Swept them. This is quite a hostile environment. I know it's the Orioles, but this is a hostile environment. They swept them. It didn't seem to get to them. It took us one time through the lineup. I believe the pitcher was. It was their knuckleballer that made his debut, Mickey Janis, who made his debut tonight. And I thought he played pretty decent. But makes his debut tonight. Demolishes us one time through the lineup, and then we go, okay, we've adjusted, and then we just start crushing the guy. 7 earned runs on him. We figured it out. We can figure things out. And the Tigers series, the first 2 games, we have our number 1 and number 2 best pitchers. The Astros keep on winning. They are 46-28. Oh my gosh. This team wants it. This team wants to go win the World Series. And they are, right now, I mean, you can't say that they're a team that doesn't look poised to go do that. They have the best run differential now in all of Major League Baseball. They trail only the San Francisco Giants in wins. They have more than everybody else. This team just keeps on doing it. I don't know what else to say. I've said that a few times, but now I genuinely think I'm all good. I'm all good. You know? Altuve, Brantley, Yuli, Correa, Tucker, Toro, all had multi-hit games. I believe everyone who started had a hit. Everyone who was on the starting 9 got a hit tonight. You know, and side note, after last night where I said, I'm gonna overlook some, they wanted me to look stupid. I'm like, I want to overlook some things, like how they did with runners in scoring position. That isn't too great. And then tonight they were 6 for 10, scoring 13 runs, just to throw those things back into my face. I'm happy they did, though. That's it. We roll into Detroit tomorrow. We're going to have Jose Urquidy on the mound versus Jose Urena. Did I say Jose Urquidy? Luis Garcia is who I mean. I don't know why I said Jose Urquidy. He pitched tonight. Luis Garcia tomorrow versus Jose Urena. Garcia rolls in with a 2.82 ERA. Urena has a 5.79. Now, that's not bad enough for him. Saturday, we roll in with Framber Valdez, who heads in with a 1.67, and they have Willie Peralta, who has a 7.11. The Astros could, I don't know what they could do. But I don't think there's anything they can't do right now, the way they're playing. I think I'm finally going to call it. So that's all I have to say. I'm finally out. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Stros.